Well, we didn't get Commander decks, but we did get a Commander's bundle. Let's see if it was worth it. Hey ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Nerdy Attorney. Thanks for stopping by. We have a very exciting product today, the Commander's Bundle. They didn't give us Commander decks, but I gotta say, I am pretty excited about this product. I think it's got a good offering here. We have a chance of pulling some really awesome borderless cards or specialized treatments here, multiple packs, a collector booster, plus a really great counter, which I enjoy and prefer to most big dice. So let's see how this goes. I've been really excited to open this. And I've been waiting for my voice to recover after being sick for a little bit. And it's not perfect, but we're here, and I just couldn't wait any longer. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all the things you can to let the algorithm know that you like this and you want to see more. I didn't steal this. So, yeah, very excited to open this. I have a theory that they knew there was going to be a vacuum of money typically spent on new releases of Magic by not having Commander decks, collector Commander decks, and they needed something else for us to spend our money on, so they decided to try and replicate the success of the complete bundle from All Will Be One. Now, whether or not that was the actual attempt here, I do think this price point is probably okay at this point, getting the collector booster plus all these packs, plus a really nice box, which I think does count for something when they keep reducing the offerings inside their packaged products in terms of dice or even the extra little box that holds our stuff in here. Ooh, we'll see what those are in a second. Some really good possibilities there. Also, interesting about this set, a lot of really good pulls are still capable to be pulled from play boosters. So we're gonna do these first, see if we get lucky, then we'll finish off with the collector booster, and then we're gonna start with the promos. But I've been really unnecessarily excited for this right here. Whew, it looks good. And it clicks nice, very smooth, very easy. I like that. Let's just make sure it works. Testing, works just fine. We'll put that over there. All right, let's break into the bonus cards. There can be some big hits in here. First and foremost, Arcane Signet, I think everybody gets. And then the pulls are behind it. Maybe. Let's see. You know what? It's time for me to use Tiny Scissors for my own benefit. I've lost every box battle I've done. And every time I cut the other packs with Tiny Scissors. Maybe today, Tiny Scissors will finally bring me some luck. All right, we have the Arcane Signet, followed by Soul Ring. Very nice. Does everyone get that? I think we all get that. Everyone gets the Arcane Signet, everyone gets the Soul Ring, and Swiftfoot Boots. I think we get all of these. Everybody gets these basic cards, and then there's two pulls at the end that can be one of the Worldly Tutors or other good hits. Here we go. Mystical Tutor, let's go. That looks great. Unfortunately, Mystical Tutor is like a $10 card now, but next one. Worldly Tutor, I called it. Hey, the Worldly and the Mystical Tutor are pretty good. They're not the top end of the pulls, I don't think. We'll have to check again to be sure, but I'm very happy to get a matching set of tutors here. That's very, very cool, and are definitely going to go into my avatar decks, depending on which I build. All right, we'll set this off to the side for the end. We also get the land pack here. Which again, the Appa lands are some of my favorite. I love the Appa lands. I think they look so good. Look at that. Oh yeah, over the Banyan tree. This one particularly in foil just shines. Absolutely beautiful. Forest, and then just a pack of lands. And then more of the borderless lands here. No wastes. They didn't make a waste like Final Fantasy had the cool wastes card. Unfortunately, none of that here with this bundle. All right, we're just gonna tear into these. Do I Tiny Scissors it? Let's see. Let's see if it actually matters. Tiny Scissors on regular packs. Let's see, how are these ordered? All right, commons. We'll do the first one kind of slow. Suki, Courageous Rescuer. And then, okay, so it works that way. So that must be the foil slot, followed by the remaining commons and uncommons. All right, we'll see if we can track this here. So we have a foil slot, which we just got hit with a common. So what is there? 2 foil slots and a token. All right. I'm going to do Tiny Scissors for the whole thing. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the set. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think about Avatar? Have you been happy with the way... Ooh, we got our Momo Swamp here. With the way the release has gone, with how the prices have stabilized. White Lotus Hideout. And singles have been more affordable. Boomy! Hey, it looks like Tiny Scissors might actually be doing something for us for once. I like it, and then into the commons and uncommons. Do you think the singles are a good sign? How they've stabilized to a much more reasonable price for most of them? There's a few big chases in here, of course. Wan Shi Tong is one of the big ones. Badger, Mole, Cub, which I already got 2 of. Very happy for those. And then you can even get the bonus sheet in here, just not in foil. Very similar to how things worked in the Spider-Man set. We have Sokka in the foil. And Ran and Shaw for our rare, with fancy footwork and the rest. The boulder is confused. There was a boulder there real quick. Yeah, my voice is still recovering. Sorry about that. It's not my best boulder impressions, okay? I generally am quite happy with Avatar, but I gotta say the absence of commander decks is starting to get to me. I do miss that. I like that we can build them ourselves. I like the freedom of some of the cards. Turtle Duck in the foil, with a Foggy Swamp Visions for our rare. Ooh, a Boiling Rock Rioter here for another rare, and then Crashing Waves with the rest. I do think that, yes, there are plenty of cards here that want you to build a deck around them, right? Like Iroh, the Lessons Commander, that makes a lot of sense. I think a mono white Appa Blink deck is going to be sweet. One of the big pulls I'm trying to get, oh, I didn't realize, look at that, all right in the glare. Let's slide you over here. One of the cards I really want to get is a borderless Appa. I really want to build a white, mono white Appa Blink deck. I think it could be a lot of fun. Ephemerate effects, ETB triggers, Elish Norn inside the 99. Ooh, Realm of Ko for the rare land cycle. And then we got Sokka and Toph. Just kidding, Sokka and Toph. It's so funny watching people who didn't watch the show try and pronounce the names. It's almost like the M. Night Shyamalan movie, which broke my heart as a kid when it came out. I was so excited, and it just stunk. All right, here we go. Ally token, a Sunblessed Peak, Tundra Tank, and Toph, the hard-headed teacher, with a cruel administrator after that for commons and uncommons. All right, a few more of these to go, and then we have the collector booster. Right now, I don't know. I seem to recall the Worldly Tutor being fairly valuable in comparative pulls for the set, but I just kind of jumped right into this one without double checking the prices, so we'll have to see how we do in the edit. If I'm going to be correct on whether or not we made our money back here. Unlucky Cabbage Merchant into a Great Divide Guide. Very cool. And an Earth Kingdom Jailer into our commons and uncommons. So it seems a double rare out of the play boosters is getting less likely than ever. I remember when Modern Horizons 3 came out and they were still pushing play boosters down our throats. And I thought, okay, that was pretty good. Modern Horizons 3, I would routinely get multi-rare, sometimes even multi-mythic packs. It felt like there was some value. And now I feel like the hit rates have just gotten worse and worse, and it looks like Avatar is no exception on play booster pull rates, which is why I've stuck almost exclusively to collector boosters outside of these kinds of openings. Ooh, Great Divide Guide again, but in a special treatment here. And then Seismic Sense, Toph fighting the boulder in that scene right there, I believe. Last pack of regular play, and then into the collector booster. And that'll about do it for this video. A quick little video, a small unboxing. But again, I do think that this is generally a good product. I like the idea of the special hits. I'm hoping that people get what they want when they go for them, because honestly, you just can't keep buying these. The value's not there. Generally, I think, to just keep getting this many play boosters if you're trying to get big hits, because there's a very real ceiling for the hits coming out of a play booster. Oh, White Lotus Tile! This is the first time I got this! In the foil, we'll take this! Talk about a ceiling. This artifact enters tapped. Tap, add X mana of any one color where X is the greatest number of creatures you control that have a creature type in common. Amazing with Maskwood Nexus. I love that this is in colorless. It's going to be great in Eldrazi decks, all sorts of potentials here. I think this card is just going to keep doing better as time goes on. And we got a rare. Look at that, a mythic rare pack, just as I'm talking bad about the hit rates for these play boosters. We go ahead and get the white tile, the White Lotus Tile. I really, really wanted that card. So happy there. I think it's worth 10, 15 bucks now, but I do see that going up over time. All right, last pack magic here. Tiny Scissors, keep treating me right. Let's see. Couldn't do that again if I wanted to. All right, moment of truth. This will probably make or break the box. Although the White Lotus Tile, the 2 tutors might have me in good shape. Here we go. Manifested tiny scissors coming through. I just gotta use tiny scissors more often. I can't believe it. I'm building my Appa deck. Let's go. Flash flying. When he enters, airbend any number of other target non-land permanents you control. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Oh, that's so cool. In the foil. I'm thrilled. Whatever comes after this, I'm thrilled. That's awesome. Nice. Tainted Citadel. Back when I thought this was the biggest hit in the set. Ang, Airbending Master. This is perfect. What a box. And we got Fiery Confluence as well with our Azula Cunning Usurper. What a good pack. And the beautiful Appa Swamp to finish it out. Wow. All right, I think, ooh, this is a good card as well. Energy Betting in the colorless. I think we did really, really well here. Did we make it? Did we get over the value of the box? I'm going to hazard a bet and say yes. I may be wrong, but I do think between the White Lotus tile, the Appa, who I think is still 20 bucks or so, this is in the teens. I think the tutors are pretty good hits. So we will see, but all in all, I'm very, very happy with this. I really like these. It's almost as if they started building commander decks with specialized art and then gave up halfway through and said, you know what? Let's just put inside this box some of the stuff we would have put inside there for you to build your own commander deck, which is primarily why I bought this. I knew I was going to build at least a avatar deck, and now I have the tools to do so. At 115 bucks is what I paid for it in store on release. It is a bit steep, but I do think I have a lot of the tools that I need here, including a really, really nice life counter, slash counter for whatever else you might need it for, maybe unspent mana with your amazing White Lotus tile, if you have lots of the same creature type out there. So yeah, there we go. That's the box opening. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, I got an amazing box battle in this set. Make sure to take a look if you haven't seen it before. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in. I'm the Nerdy Attorney. Be excellent to each other. Don't forget to play Paper Magic with your friends. And until next time, court is adjourned.